Okay, welcome back, folks. We are here at Sir Thomas's at Toucan Sittee, and this is our second day. It's the day after the grand opening, and let me tell you, didn't you just love that grand opening? But guess what? We have much more for you, because what you are going to see today, Monday, Commonwealth Day, are special features here at Toucan Sittee River. And let me tell you, at Sir Thomas's, it's just been a wonderful experience. As you know, our guest of honor yesterday was the Honorable Minister of Tourism, Culture and Aviation, Honorable Manuel Heredia Jr., and we had a wonderful time. And you have to stay tuned, because we have a lot more to offer you. Today, in this segment, we are going to be visiting with Captain Alan and his first mate, Olivia Stewart, and they are from Bocotora
Bank. Bocatura Bank.
Bocotora Bank, and that's along the Sittee River. And they have a business, and they have a catamaran, they have a pontoon boat. Yesterday you saw how they took the minister and Miss Sabrina and a bunch of the guests from the grand opening. We went up the river. I think we went up the river, right, Captain Allen?
Yes, that's correct.
Because sometimes I tend to say down the river and up the river. I get confused. I don't know, River Gal. Not yet, anyway. But today we will be going on Captain Allen's pontoon, which is called Toucan Play. Isn't that a wonderful name? And so I want to say, before we get to our interview with Captain Allen and his first mate, Olivia Stewart, we are going to say some big ups. As I said, this show is dedicated to the entire village of Sittee River. And I wanted to mention that after we visit with Captain Allen, we are going to visit with Bushman Horace, better known as Haas, Sea Haas, and then the main man here at Sir Thomas's Toucan Sittee is Wally Kelly. We'll visit with them, and then we will also wrap up the show later on and visit with Sabrina and Marianne Popovich, and you will be seeing, we will see Tata Duende. We're going, I don't know where Captain Allen will take us, but you will see that too. But I want to say a special big up too, and if you will help me. Oh, but I forgot to say that refreshment is sponsored by Zeta Water. For cool Mayan spring water, always choose Zeta. And this is for Miss Olivia, and of course for Captain Allen. But I want to remind radio listeners that today's show is brought to you by Sir Thomas's at Toucan Sittee, Celebrity Restaurant, Associated Engineering Services, Brothers Habet, GSCOM, Maya Island Air that flew us here to Melinda and then bust us out to Dangrigal, and we got here to Sittee River. Cambranes Bakery, we made our sandwiches from Cambranes Bakery. Travelers One Barrel, Travelers Tropical Brandy, Travelers 5 Barrel, and of course my fave, Travelers Parrot Crystal Light Rum. Our other sponsors are Hoy Eye Center, Delmi's Hair Gallery, Pepper's Pizza, Cellular Plus, Creative Marketing Impressions, and of course, Manatee Lookup. Okay, let's big up the people from Sittee River. Therese, wow, Foster, Jacqueline Susher, working at, she works at Visit Ray on Sittee River. Of course, we have Judy, Miss Walter, Mrs. Judy Kelly, Brandon Kelly, Walter's son, Steve Kelly, and Julia Kelly, James Kotsalfis, Daniel Simi, Bonjour Daniel, and Aristide, Dennis Jabs, Sarkiki Reef Resort, Marilyn Andrews, Sharon Andrews, Horace Andrews, of course, Horace, better known as Bushman. And of course, you will hear from Alan and Olivia Stewart I just want to say those are our friends here at Sittee River. And of course, we forgot about some other people, but we will talk about them later. So let's go to Captain Alan and Olivia Stewart from Bocatora at, what's it called, Bocatora again?
Bank. Bocatura
Bocatora
Bank.
Bank.
Yes.
Okay, Alan, welcome to Oapn Paki, and tell us what brought you to Belize and especially Sittee River, and when did you and Olivia come here?
Thank you very much, Rosalie. I have to say, it's a real pleasure to have the opportunity to meet you and be on the show. I've been a fan for many years now, and
I'm impressed. Thank
you're
you.
you're
Thank
just
you.
as delightful a personality as you sound over the air. Unfortunately, here in Sittee River, we don't have the television reception to be able to view your TV program, but we do listen to
Not
it on the
yet,
radio.
anyway.
Correct. Hope springs eternal, as that goes. What brought me to Sittee River? Well, I'll try to be succinct. We met yesterday, my friends, briefly anyway, Paul and Mary Shave,
Yes.
and going back some 20, 25, 26 years.
They've been your friends for 25 years?
That's correct.
Wow.
I met them when I was in college back in 1980, and actually interned with them on Cape Cod, where they were doing similar marine education student programs. And I kept hearing all these wonderful things about Belize, and Paul would tell me, man, you got to get down there. This is the land of opportunity, and the people are wonderful, and there's everything there.
Pioneer country.
Exactly. So finally, about 20 years ago, maybe 26, I came down here and by myself, and was just blown away, by not just the people, but the environment. I have grew up appreciating nature, and was a nature photographer. And
Isn't that wonderful, that little rooster adding some ambiance?
yes,
with the
yes,
birds and all
background
that?
noise. I'm not sure that's on the Audubon's list of birds most desired to see, but
Endangered species.
we do hear them all at Toucan Sittee. It's a wonderful spot. At any rate, I started coming
Couldn't
down.
be more perfect. Oh, Walter, don't drive them away. In fact, I'd invite them on the show. So then,
Everyone's welcome on Oapn Paki, roosters and what have you.
exactly, exactly. So go ahead, your history and.
Well, I
Did that came-
started coming down here every year, if only for a vacation. But I'd organize a small group of people interested in seeing Belize, and come down for typically 1 or 2 weeks and tour Belize, and then come down here to Sittee River for the final portion. There's just so much to see and do. It's a wonderful country. People are friendly. Opportunities, galore, whatever your interests are, whether it might be birding or fishing, snorkeling, scuba diving, hiking, what have you. And from my personal standpoint, I was impressed, early on, because I grew up loving to sail, learning to sail
Well,
as a
you were
child.
born in Hawaii, you say?
I was born in Hawaii, but
Hawaii.
yeah, that's true. That's true. And so when I initially came down here looking to set up some kind of a business or find out a way to survive down here, it was really the sailing aspect was a big part of that. And I thought, if if we can come down here and do a business and share the wonder of Belize, and show people a good time, then that would be something worthwhile to do. And so that's what we've wound up doing. Olivia and I have.
Olivia, yes, Olivia, and then you mentioned just a little while ago you have 2 kids. What school do they go to here? Do
They go is
Sittee River?
yes, they go is in Sittee River Methodist School.
Oh,
Yes.
with Marianne.
Yeah.
Same school.
Yes, exactly.
How old are your children?
Alex, he got 9 years old, and Michelle, she got 11. Assume 11.
And I might say they're every bit as precocious as Marianne.
Oh, wonderful. Now, I would like to know, what is the role of the first mate?
Well, our business it has become, we found our niche. It's difficult, a lot of people want to come to Belize either to retire or snowbird, spend winters, what have you, and some people want to come and try to make a living. And I'm sure you're familiar with the tired old saying, if you want to make $1 million in Belize,
Emery King saying, if you want to make a small fortune in Belize, you start off with a big one.
that's right, bring a suitcase full of money. But what's important is to find out what it is you love to do that you will most likely do well, and then your chances of success are much greater. So we've been fortunate to find our niche here in lovely Sittee River, and it seems to be that, by offering people an opportunity to go out to the Keys on a sailboat, catamaran, and offer them some snorkeling and swimming and treat them to good food and drinks and what have you, whatever fun, we can come up with, is a good value. So that's really become our focus for the last 5 or 6 years. And we employ, local staff as our extra tour guides and second and third mates, if you will. Olivia's job, to answer your question, is really she's the...
She runs the office.
No, not something more important. More important. The most important person on a boat is the chef. And Olivia is responsible for our reputation as overfeeding people on food, sometimes 4 or 5, 6 courses during the day. So nobody ever goes hungry.
Wow. Well, when I come back again, I certainly want to take that tour. Yesterday, we did have some wonderful food, but that was from the grand opening. So I'm looking forward to coming another time and doing that special tour of yours. But you work closely with Sabrina Popovich here at Sir Thomas at Toucan Sittee. Tell us about your relationship.
Yeah, that's correct. What we found is that by offering people a chance to, have a wonderful day out at the Keys, that we can benefit a lot of the small operations resorts in the area, not just Sittee, but Hopkins as well. And if I could be permitted, I'd like to, big up some of our supporters.
Please.
In addition to Toucan Sittee in Hopkins, we have Tippletree Baya, All Seasons Guest House, Hopkins Inn, of course, and we also do business occasionally with Hamanasi and Belizean Dreams and Jaguar Reef. And essentially what we heard from people was that, what we offer seems to be a great value. Everyone raves about the experience and the food. And so it gives people a reason to stay around another night or two, another day. And so that benefits the whole area, really. And that's why we do it. We do it not necessarily because we started out with a business plan that said this is the thing you're going to do that's going to make you a lot of money, because we don't. We do it because we love it. And Olivia, of course, puts a lot of love into her food preparation and everything else. And it's all we're trying to do is share the experience with people that come to this area.
I wanted to find out from Olivia. Olivia, what kind of food do you serve on these tours? And the other thing, do you ever bring the kids aboard so that they can start to learn the business? Because eventually you will have to retire, pass on the business to your kids. What kind of food do you serve?
Well, I make only, we make more snacks. For example, the first we's doing like at 10 o'clock is when I start, for example, make like a fried fish, shrimps, or some ham, rolled ham with cheese and other things. It is only...
Don't give away all your secrets, Mom.
Oh, and other things I make too. It all depends how is the kind of people we carry, because some people's, then sometimes they don't, the vegetarians peoples, I have to be careful for all these kinds, the food, because it's not everybody eats everything.
So as a chef, when you have a tour and you know who your guests are, you find out that, like the night before, what would they like and what you have to offer. And because some people might not want fish, they might want, some people are allergic to fish, or some people just don't like fish. And what kind of fish do you serve? Would you serve a fish from the sea, or would it be river fish?
Yes, we're fortunate, and our brother-in-law, Paolo, is from Dangriga. Actually, Jose Coleman is married to Olivia's younger sister, and so we get a lot of fresh fish from him, caught in the sea.